How we doing today?
I'm still recovering from the daylight savings.
Yeah,
Man, this shit's dumb.
fair enough. Well, everyone, welcome
To
the
Player
Warren
Podcast.
Cast. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was on the fly too, right? That's a good. Yeah, really good job today. Yeah, the daylight savings definitely kicks you in the groin somewhat, and
I was up till like 2 last night. Also, just practicing for a DJ set.
Yeah, look at you. The well, my dogs wake me up anyways, so
Right.
it's like what's kind of nice though is like now at least that the time's forward. So rather than waking me up at 5:30, they're waking me up at 6:30.
Nice.
So they think they're getting one over on me, which is great. And I'm like, oh yeah, no. So like, yeah, I'm like, oh, look who's getting you back, you know. So I'm kind of fun with that, but daylight savings is just an archaic thing.
Yeah.
I thought that wasn't that on the
they've
ballot?
gotten rid of it in like some states, I think.
In like the Philippines, didn't they get rid of it because they're like, no, we just want to grind harder than you or something?
I mean, Arizona that doesn't have it.
They don't have it there.
No.
Just moved to Arizona, maybe.
I've driven through there before, and it's definitely weird. Like when you're driving across the country, dealing with like the
It's
time
weird.
changes
Oh,
as you
right,
go, because then you're
right.
like, oh wait, this state doesn't do the time change.
Does your phone adjust automatically when you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, but your car probably doesn't because it's like, you know.
Oh, the car definitely doesn't.
Right.
But it's kind of fun that you're like, yeah, I made it back 1 hour, and you like hit the button on your
Yeah.
car clock, you know.
How excited.
Yeah, you're like 3 more states, check.
Oh man, I've never driven across the country.
It's so nice. I mean, I don't know if you like driving, right?
No, I don't mind driving, but being in a car that long, I would go nuts. Like I get really restless. Like I can't. Like driving 5 hours to like the Bay Area,
Yeah.
I can do that. But like driving from here to like LA, I'm losing my mind. After
Yeah.
like 6 hours, I'm officially fried.
Yeah, I definitely was relying on friends that I was just calling and being like, talk to me. I might have called
Yeah.
you,
I recall.
to you. I don't know.
Yep. No, I mean, I think if you do it alone, though, that would be kind of like self-introspective
I
and
would
stuff.
kill someone if I drove across the country
Yeah,
with them.
right. That would get. I can see that getting weird.
Yeah.
I remember when we go to Burning Man, and I'd be in the car, and then you get there, and then you got to wait in line for
Oh,
like
my
another
God.
16 hours,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just like, oh,
Hurry up and wait.
gosh. Yeah, that was a long day. Yeah. So, anyways, back to reality and life. What is going on? There's like wars popping off and stuff, which, yeah, it is what it is. But we don't care about that because we're here to talk about cards.
Well, so one thing I saw in the news, yesterday or today was,
Yeah.
I think it was about yesterday, was that like something regarding BlackRock, like investment group, like not letting like a bunch of money leave
People
their
pool their
like,
money out
yeah,
or
they were like people were trying to pull money all at the same time, and they were like no, which is sort of like a warning sign for
Problems ahead.
yeah.
That's like, take an
like
L for the rich people.
Well, it's a bubble
BlackRock.
because they all like all these banks have been like investing like 10 times the amount that is actually getting
That's
deposited.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like,
America,
yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's and run up your credit cards. But you know what I heard about on the news? 83 points coming at you. Bam Adebayo, what? One time.
Yeah,
Getting those
crazy.
83 points, Miami Heat, you know, you gotta kind of give it up to the guy.
You picked up any of those cards
I mean,
since then?
I to be honest, I scooped a couple really cheap ones that I saw randomly.
Yeah.
But not like, I mean, some people are like ham bone on
Yeah.
it. And like and the funny thing is watching people jack the prices. There was,
yeah.
okay, so listen to this one. I saw there, the dude, one of his black finite, which is a 1 of 1, right? It was bought a few years back for 11 G's, right?
Okay.
In 2024 for 11 G's, right? It just got listed for $1 million.
Oh my god.
And it's like, what are we?
yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
you know.
you don't 100x that.
I mean, that's just like, dude, that's beyond ridiculous. I mean, that's like 1,000x.
Is it? I
Or
don't
wait,
know.
100.
I
Yeah,
think it's
you're right.
100x.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But like, that's just insane, you know. I mean, good for him. I guess Wilt Chamberlain's the only one that's beat that, which was, a long time ago, not in the modern era of basketball. So in the modern era of basketball, so it's a cool feat. I mean, right now there's a game going on. I actually looked to see. So I believe
in modern day, who was
behind
before
there?
him?
Kobe Bryant, I believe, at 77. I think.
Okay.
But right now, like for instance, there is a Heat game, I believe, that just ended, which the Heat won. They beat the Bucks. He had a whopping 21. Okay, so 21, 8 rebounds. So when I had looked at it before, he was a lot lower than that. So not bad. I mean, I think
who are they playing?
They're playing the Bucks tonight.
No,
when he scored the Wizards. Not really one of the best teams, maybe an asterisk next to that. I mean, good on him. I mean, it's cool, definitely. 83 points, though, is pretty wild. That's a lot of points. I mean, I think the final score was like 140-something to 120-something. So probably not a lot of defense, I want to say, was being played in that game. Like, that's a lot of points.
I mean, is that something where the rest of the team is like helping 100% to do that?
100%. Yes. Okay. They're like, dude, this is massive. Like, give the dude the ball. Yeah. Like, and it comes kind of a group effort, I believe, and which is cool. I mean, but let's see, like, the Johnny-come-lately dudes that jump on the bandwagon now, the BAM wagon. Ooh. Point me. We'll see what happens in the future with that's good. If these cards hold weight, I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of auctions that people have just like fired off of some of his really big cards, like big rookie flawless autos and stuff that normally, like if they were, let's say, a Luka Doncic card, it would be like $50,000. Yeah. Right. And so let's see how Bam Adebayo and the Bam wagon holds up on this one. I'm going to use that too much and then drive it into the ground. But yeah, so that's kind of a big
Bam
deal.
Master Flash.
God damn it. Jeez. Other guys that are popping off, the big guy that everyone's buying and the cards are out of control is that Cooper Flagg, which he's in the rookie.
Yeah.
But he's actually, I believe, behind Con Knipple.
I love that name.
Nipple. Yeah, Con Knipple in the voting for the rookie of the year. So everybody's so hot on this Cooper Flagg. Con Knipple has already broken rookie records, which he beat like Steph Curry and all in rookie threes made.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, dude. Here's another thing to think about, though. If you're looking at the teams that they're on, okay, Dallas right now, let's see their record. Dallas's record is, come on, Western, here we go. Dallas's record is, they're almost last, dude. They're third to last in the West at 21-44. That sucks, okay? And then if we look at the Hornets, who Con Knipple is on, they're 34-33, so they at least have a winning record.
Yeah.
I mean, that does say something probably, but I wonder what all the fanboys out there are going to do if Cooper Flagg doesn't get the Rookie of the Year nod.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder if like people's heads are going to just explode or like they're going to call in death threats when they announce it or something. Like I don't know, man. SGA is back, thank goodness. I like seeing that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander came back. There's been a lot of fights in the NBA lately. There's a lot of aggression out there.
But since the last one that we showed
there's
on
been
the show?
many fights. I've seen many technicals. I just watched the Boston game last night. Jaylen Brown he went at the ref.
Oh.
Which was insane. Which I don't even know. It was like he like basically flopped out of bounds, and the ref like didn't call Stephon Castle, like kind of nudged him, and he was like saying he got pushed, but it looked like a flop to me. And then he started yelling at the ref and stuff, and then of course gets ejected from the game, and then has to go on Twitter. And it's like that's the first thing you do is go on Twitter or X, excuse me, to be like, this is the I'm talking about, bro.
From like a ghost account? No,
it's from his real account,
own,
and he's just like, but that's the comment is that this is the shit I be talking about. And it's just like. The improper English doesn't do it for me either. But, I mean, do your thing. But
do your thing.
Yeah, there you go. Do your thing. Yo thing. So that's the first thing he does is get ejected and goes straight onto Twitter. Or X, excuse me. So SGA had 36 coming back, and then in that game there was like a dust up between Nikola Jokic and Lou Dort, which was there were a bunch of memes going out there. Here, you got to see some of these memes. I'm going to show you some of these. These were they were intense. Nikola Jokic, which his nickname is the Joker, of course. He got at it with Lou Dort, which Lou was coming at him. Lou's like a linebacker. I like Lou. He's got some grapes, man, because that dude's like 7'3", and he was going at him. Look at these pictures of his face. Okay, look at.
Oh,
man. Dude, that's scary.
Oh, that is.
Dude, like he looks mad.
Yeah, he's got a psycho eyes.
Dude,
though.
psycho, like serious psycho eyes. Like that was. I saw that and I was just like, dude, whoa.
So are all the? So do you think that there's just like some new roid that everyone's on? Like some
here it
new
is.
Sort of
well, so yeah,
blood,
some more of these. Look at some of these. Like, dude, that's freaky. That's freaky, right?
Yeah.
The pendulum swings, right? So for the longest time, like it seems like in the NBA, everyone was complaining that everybody was too soft. Mm-hmm. Like that was a big thing. Like I remember about 2 years ago, there was this interview with Magic Johnson, and it was like they were talking about because the NBA numbers were lower, and everyone's always saying the NBA numbers are low and stuff. I don't personally. I guess it's my world, and all the people I talk to enjoy the NBA, and I love it. I mean, I get it. It was probably better years ago. Everything is. So just, shake harder, boy, that old man mentality, you know. There's fighting all the time now. The pendulum always swings, It's like everyone's saying, oh, it's too soft, and these guys don't care. After the game, they're hugging kumbaya and, like, sitting around. And Magic Johnson came out and was like, dude, these guys don't – they all want a shoe deal with LeBron, so they're not going to fight with the Lakers. And, like, the Celtics and the Lakers are now all homies, and everybody's like, oh, want to meet down at Starbucks after the game or what, And that kind of mentality – I mean, it's true because you don't want to step out of line, and then LeBron doesn't like you, so now you don't get a Nike deal. You know what I mean? And so I like the aggression that's coming back. Yeah. I do, to an extent. I think that dudes are popping off. Like Jalen Duren, we saw that night. I saw Jalen Duren get into it with the Spurs, like 2 nights right after he came back from suspension on that. And there's fights like. Constantly. There was that fight at the Thunder game, which the Thunder's not known for fight, like, and that turned into a melee almost. And I don't know, man. I mean, there's just a lot of popping off these days, which I think it's got to help with viewership. I would think.
It's funny how that was. It just reminded me of that. Got to bring up the GOAT again. Oh,
the GOAT movie? The movie with the Steph Curry GOAT movie.
Because it was like called Raw Ball or whatever, and like they were
Raw
Ball or whatever, and like dude, they like the animals were just like so aggro.
Really?
Yeah,
they were like on Tren. That
yeah, for sure.
They all had the Tren cough and stuff. They're just like yoked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Warthogs and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So what they were fighting with each other?
Well, they were just all playing dirty and like people getting knocked into lava and like there's like all these different ice
like Mad Max with
vines
animals
and ice and it's like Thunderdome.
I mean, I can live with it to an extent, I do think guys pop off way too easy though sometimes, like and for no reason oftentimes, but
what's the penalties for like
for fighting?
Yeah,
I mean, like, so that game we watched, right?
Yeah.
So like in that game, the two main culprits were Moussa Diabate and Jalen Duren, and I believe they both got us suspended for, it was like 5 to 7 games.
Holy
Pretty
crap.
Significant fines.
Wow.
They get like, I mean, the fines are here.
So it's not like, so my conspiracy brain went to like, well, if this is better for viewership, then maybe like start fighting on, in the middle of a game. But there's no way that like if that's the penalties where they're like getting pulled out for like 7 games or 5 games or whatever, and all these and all these penalties. There's no way that that's like something that the NBA is wanting, or the teams,
No,
the coaches are like promoting it.
No, they're not. They're definitely not.
Because it screws the players are the ones that's a big hit to take for for losing your temper,
losing,
right?
and it's not even about the money because I don't think they care as much. Like, so for instance, like here on that Pistons fight that we showed on here, let me see if it has the fines, but it's usually pretty. I mean, it's like 50 to 100 grand they get fined, like usually, which to us is like holy crap.
But like if they get pulled out for that many games, does that affect their pay too?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah, but I mean, more it just screws your team over.
Yeah,
totally. That's the biggest problem is like your team gets just. It's not.
So you're kind of seen as like a wild card more, and not like as much of a team player.
Yeah,
like you're putting everyone else at. Yeah,
like Luka. It says he just got fined here as of March. Wow, this is interesting. So he got fined. This is old though. That's wow. So Luka got fined $50,000, and it says Luka Doncic has been fined $50,000 for an inappropriate gesture directed at a referee during Sunday's game.
Wow.
50 grand because he was not happy when no offensive foul was called after he tried to draw a charge against Dewara in the 110-97 victory. Before getting up off the court, Doncic made a money gesture toward the referees, where here we'll actually play this because we got the video. Oh, here it is. So he did this as if like they're paid off or something, and got fined 50 G's for that.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and it wasn't even like he flipped them off or like
no. You want to see the actual video of it? Steal. So he took the charge right there, and then he lays on the ground, and he's like, I don't know.
Because they didn't call foul there? Or what?
Yeah, that's what. Luka complains about everything. Okay. I love Luka. I think, he's one of the most prolific, best scorers of all time in the game. He's amazing. But, man, I mean, talk about just a crybaby. I mean, the guy's allergic to defense usually. That's why I'm surprised he even stepped up in that play. The guy, he just doesn't really do that. That's just not his thing. Yeah. Like defense is like, it's so passe or something. Like, I mean, there's a lot of violence going on, I guess, in the NBA. Maybe that's a reflection of our current times, though. Like people are more violent. I don't know.
Department of War,
right? So I just got some PSA orders in. Number one. But I still haven't sent off the grading order to C3 grading, which I plan on doing this week. I've been really debating on what cards to send. And that's been and I've gotten some feedback from my friends. Because here's the problem, and I'm going to be candid about this, and it's people have such a problem if it's not in a PSA slab and it's a graded card. Like, they just do. And you just don't even get close to the value. So it's like, as much as I would like to say, you know what, I'm going to send in these really expensive cards and be like, okay, these are, whatever grade and this should fetch a premium dollar. I'm not going to get that. And that sucks. And so then it keeps us stuck in this, like, there's no other option. PSA raises their prices, and they keep on just shitting on us.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you do? I don't know what the solution is because, I mean,
we need more PSA scandals that.
I just don't know if that'll even make a difference. I don't think that'll people just don't. Even then, it's
did we do a follow up on that?
Yeah, I mean, we did we had the original video and then the second video, which that guy is putting out videos almost every day about just nonsense, dude. I mean. In fact, I could see what he's up to today. I'm kind of curious, just because there's always some BS, Pokemon or whatever it is. He's into the Pokey stuff. So, like I said though, in sports cards, I don't see that. I don't see it anywhere.
But didn't you send me something that we didn't cover on here? I can't. My memory. This all blends together. But like,
Yes.
I thought you sent me a text after we did that last episode, and I
Okay.
called that guy like a fool. And
Oh.
then you sent me a text like right after
Oh
that.
yes, oh yes,
and we
yes,
never
yes,
talked
yes,
about
yes.
that.
We did not talk
And
about
it was
this.
like
it was a major. It was so. This is a major PSA. Yes, and I my apologies.
No, it's all
so
good.
here. Well, let's play this real quick because
Okay.
this is and the only problem with this, and I wish I didn't have to use this same guy again.
Yeah.
You know, there are other guys. Actually, there are other guys because I'm tired.
No,
of,
but
we'll
we
use
we
this.
don't need to show any footage of it. But you
I
sent
like
me
showing the
but
footage
let's
so people
okay.
can know about what we're talking
But
about.
let's follow up on like what you texted me. Like, what was that video? Like, it was.
So it's okay. So basically, I'll break it down for you. Somebody sent in their really expensive Pokemon card to be reholdered, and what that means is PSA has a new holder, right?
Yeah.
They've updated it over the years,
Okay.
and so their new one's like slick, and I can show you because I've got some cards here. But and the old ones are just like they look kind of a little more dated, like the way the label is and stuff. You know, it's not as nice. And so in doing this, PSA basically
Downgraded, right?
well, no, well, they ruined the card.
they ruined the card. Yeah.
And so then the card went from a PSA 10 to a 6. And so they then contacted the seller or the guy who owned the card, excuse me, not the seller,
Yeah.
and offered him, I believe it was, I'm not sure, it was like $25,000 for that as compensation, which, hey,
how
that's
much was-
great.
what was
Well,
the
here,
card
wait,
worth?
here's the best part. Wait. So they offered him like $20,000, and the card in a 6 was worth, I believe, it was like $900. It was under $1,000, right? So they took this $20-something thousand card. The caveat here, though.
So he sold it to them.
Well,
They bought it.
no. They gave him that money as a
gave him
check.
that money.
Yes,
Right.
But here's the caveat: the card had sold 2 weeks prior on PSA, like on their eBay, so directly from them,
Yeah.
on an auction or whatever, for $45,000. So basically, they were shorting the dude 20-something thousand.
That's wild.
Right? Because it's like it was sold on your guy. How do you get this value of?
It seems like he could just sue them. I mean,
I mean, so here's the caveat. Another caveat. So he went to the public with this.
Yeah.
Before PSA really had a chance to even make it right, I guess. He goes to the public and says everything that happens. And PSA is notorious. They make you sign NDAs. And now he's not talking about this anymore. So I guarantee you they got so much backlash about this that they had him sign an NDA and probably paid him out the full amount.
price, yeah.
But yeah, for a minute there, it looked pretty scary because it's like,
you don't have a say in
dude,
it.
and they've done that to me, honestly. Like where I've sent them cards, sent in cards for grading. They got damaged during grading. And, I've called them out on it, been like, I got the card back and it came back like a 5 or a 6, and been like, dude, I didn't send in a 5 or a 6. What are you doing? Contacted them through their CRC department, sent back the card, and then they get it. And it takes a while. That's the thing that sucks because this happened to me even recently, and I ended up selling the card because I can't wait 3 months, you know, when it's a bigger card. But it wasn't that significant of damage. Like it was just them making a mistake.
It seems like for the price, like they should have to have like
100%.
some sort of video like stations that film.
Oh, they do.
Everything.
They do.
But I thought we saw some photo, like they just had screenshots.
Well,
or
that's because
something.
they're not giving that guy the photos or the video.
Right.
They do have video of it. They videotape everything. They do every process in there, and that's how they could tell that guy was trying to scam them with that other card. Remember the blue or the black?
But it'd be cool if you could watch the grading, like your card get.
Oh, it's just some
whatever,
guy looking at it for dude. No, because I've heard interviews with them. Guy looks at it for 30 seconds, writes the grade down. That's it. That's it. No, it's nothing more, and it's a very subjective thing, and that's why you see a guy submit a card 10 times and get 10 different grades. You know, because they do a million something cards a month at PSA, and it's wild. But to know that, like, okay, if my stuff gets damaged there by them and it's their fault, that you're going to get, half the value when it's something
what they just sold it for. That's insane.
I mean, when it happened to me, it was like a $250 card, I remember. They ended up giving me like a $150 check. I got the card back. I ended up getting the card, but I had them, rather than a PSA 6, which I had gotten, I had them do an auto grade on it. And so it had no grade for condition, just for the autograph. And then I ended up reselling that card with the damage. And so I ended up okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they weren't paying strong by any means. They are not paying strong.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they get their numbers when they're doing this, but it is, yeah, it's not paying strong. And there's a lot of outrage on that, but once again, there's all this outrage, and where's the action? I mean, we won't really know for a while because it takes a while to show the numbers. I know me personally, like, I have not been sending in cards. I haven't sent in an order it's been a couple months now, and I've been religious. Every other week I'd send an order for a couple years.
Yeah.
Like, and now I don't. And I hope there's more people like me, you know. And in a video they did where they interviewed the CEO, and he came out because they haven't done a special. Being a collectors club member, which you pay $200 a year, they do card specials, right? They do a basketball special, like the beginning of basketball season, and it'd be like, oh, $15 a card to grade. They haven't done one of those in I don't know how long. I can't even remember. It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
But so the CEO came out and was like, well, once everything, you know, we get caught up, and we're going to lower the prices back down.
Yeah, right.
I don't buy that for a second.
No.
If they lower, I really hope they do.
Yeah.
But he said that, so I'm hoping that, like, I want my receipt on that, and I'm gonna cash it in, dude. Because I like, if that dude doesn't do, but I mean, when would that be have we ever been lied to by entities such as this?
Well, all they got to say is, well, now inflation is
Yeah,
caught up
yeah,
with,
yeah,
so it
yeah.
is essentially like we're dropping the price because your dollar's worth less.
Well,
you know?
and here's the thing is, like, I do have a side business, which I don't really talk a lot about because I work with clients, which I do take on new clients.
Gigolo? Stripper? Male stripper?
Yeah, Gigolos. You ever seen that show on HBO? That was my uncle. No, I'm just playing. Doing prepping, and I send in some cards, and I'll send them in for people and evaluate them for them prior. And we went to. So I was doing some work for a client and looking at the pricing right now because he was under 20. It was going to be $33 a card. And I'm just like, this is wild. Like 33. How did we go from $18 in bulk now? I mean, it wasn't a bulk order, but $33 for like regular grading. So we got it up to the bulk order, but it's still $25 on bulk. Dude, that is brutality, man. I mean, the thing though is like, but then we go back to the value thing, and it's like, I don't think people are going to stop. I think it makes the 10s even more valuable and more desirable. Yeah. If they cost even more. I mean, you and me know how people are. If you got some stupid bag with some logo on it that says Chanel and stuff, and it costs $3,000,
Supreme.
People want a perfect example. Yeah. People want it even more, right. And it's like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, are we old enough to figure out this ruse? This is a grift, baby. But I mean, that's the American business way, right?
Man, I don't want to change the subject, but I'm going to.
Do it.
I saw this really so maybe like I can't remember when it was, like a month ago, when the silver prices kind of tanked down because they were going up like crazy. And they got up to like $125 an ounce or
which
something.
Is insane. And then it fell out,
yeah,
right?
And then all of a sudden it went down to like six. No, not to nothing.
But it went really low.
It went to half. It went to like
that's
60,
huge,
$65.
That's huge.
And right when that was happening, I was sort of looking at videos on YouTube about the silver market, and there was like this like AI like Asian guy. Okay. That would do these videos that sounded very intelligent, right? Like he knew some inside scoop, but it was like, well, why are these AI? You know, like what? You know, it almost takes you a minute. Like when you watch it, you're just like, maybe this is just
sounds like the XRP videos that somebody sent me a little while back.
Yeah. So check this out. So then, my buddy sends me. He was like kept talking to me about buying up some silver.
Yeah.
Since it was dropping so low, and he sent me this video, and I had just seen the video pop up, so I watched it, and it was like this guy, this AI Asian dude, like talking about it's like something AG, Silver AG or something. I can't remember what his name is, but it's an Asian guy.
Okay.
AI Asian guy, and so he was doing this thing about how the notes, the silver notes were about to collapse.
Okay.
And that was going to make like they always like stay with the silver price. That's like, and like basically it was going to collapse. So the silver actual, like if you're holding actual silver, it was going to like skyrocket. So it had tanked down to like 65 or something. And so we went and bought some, I don't know, I picked up like, I don't know, like $500 worth or something.
Okay.
Right? Like not a ton, just a bunch of like old like 1964.
Is it like
earlier.
silver bricks or silver bars or just like silverware?
The safest thing to do is, and I mean, I'm sure people debate you, is just buy old pre-65, so 64 and under quarters.
Oh, okay.
Because they're 90% silver.
Wow.
So you can do the math fairly easily.
What do? Melt them down or something?
No.
You just add them up because they weigh like 5 grams
They
or whatever?
all weigh the same amount, and they're all 90%. So you can basically like, and what's cool about it is like you can't fake those, right?
Right.
Like you can't easily fake.
So is there
those
like
coins.
a run on those kind of things? Are they worth more than a quarter?
No, I mean they're worth like they're worth the price of silver, which is a lot more, right? So like I don't know how many of those are an ounce, but
right, because there's 16 whatever in a pound. Yeah, right. And then you figure out.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what they weigh. I think they're like I want to say 7 or 8 grams, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
but basically, like you can, you're paying the price of silver for those. So at the time when I bought them, the price was really low. So now it's gone up like 30% on top of that. Which is cool.
Yeah,
but apparently, like all the pawn shops and coin shops like aren't buying anymore, like because the price was so volatile.
It's so volatile, yeah.
So they're like
that
not buying because they could buy thinking that was
then they get
low
screwed.
And then all of a sudden it tanks, right?
Yeah.
And so they have tons of this stuff. And I guess it's easier to sell. Like they'll buy verified silver, but they're like testing it right
like
there.
The bricks or the little ones that stamped.
Either coins. Sometimes they're coins. Sometimes they're little bricks. But the problem with that is there's like a ton of fakes.
Oh, fake little.
China's produced like a ton of fakes.
Wow. And, so and then it's just like no low silver content?
Like aluminum on the inside. Or so they weigh the right thing, and the outside it's like silver plated.
And then they go to melt it down, and then it's like nothing. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's the problem with getting the silver. Like 100% silver. Is it verified that that's what it is, or is it some like fake from China?
That's great. Yeah.
Right. So that's why the safest thing to do is stick with old coins. Like the Mercury dimes are really cool because those are really small, right? So they don't weigh as much.
Oh wow.
They're
so
like,
where do you get these things though? At like coin shops?
You can buy them at pawn shops. You can buy them at coin shops.
They're expensive though.
They'll sell it to you at spot, which means like whatever the price at market is right now. Like when you type in silver price today, I don't know what it is, but it'll like that's what you could go buy it for right now
at like a pawn shop or whatever.
But if you were trying to sell coins to them right now,
what are they?
They're going to give you like
no
like
bueno.
They were giving you like 90%, but I think now I heard something ridiculous, like 70 or 60%.
Wow.
Of the value, which is a lot of people are just holding, and like I don't know. I mean, I doubt there will ever be a time when it comes to we're bartering with silver coins and stuff. But,
you never
it's
know,
like
right?
Silver's like it's valuable because it's used for things. But like it's like if whatever collapses and there's no factories making stuff with the silver, then it's just like a token of a value.
Yeah,
just like
turnips might become the next currency. You never know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, but bullets, medicine, things like that, cigarettes.
If things really hit the stuff hits the wall.
But so anyway, so back to the AI Asian guy.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, please.
So, this guy was predicting this collapse, and like, so we bought like the day before that happened, thinking,
wow.
well, what if he's right? What if he is right and knows
geez.
something?
What
and
happened?
then it didn't like that didn't happen. Right? And then I kept seeing more and more of these videos, and I was reading the comments. People were pissed at him. They're like, dude, this is like the 10th video if you predict the same collapse every day, eventually you're gonna get it right. So the other day I saw this video about this guy that's like, who is AI Asian guy, whatever it's called, you know? His name is.
Who is this little wiener
guy?
Yeah.
And John AG, I think that's his name. I don't know. But
okay, so
anyways,
he's a real person?
No. I mean, yes, there was some old account where it was this original guy, but he wasn't talking about silver or anything.
Whoa.
And then all of a sudden he got like turned into this AI entity.
Oh my.
And what's crazy is
Holy
that like
moly.
no one knows where. So there's, I think the guy said 3 new accounts like a day of this guy that keep popping up with all these videos.
So it's like fake accounts then, clearly?
Yeah, and they're all about...
Who does number 3 work for?
They're all about manipulating the silver market.
Wow.
And what's interesting is that like it seems tied to like a government or something, you know? And nobody knows who or what exactly. But the silver, like the big guys, like buying a lot of silver, the coin shops, all these guys like don't pay attention to it at all.
Okay.
They're not watching this guy. But everyone else that is thinking about getting into coin or buying, maybe today is a good day to buy some coins, watches this, is like, oh shit, I should go buy some coins.
It's like the, so like the Jeff Wilson of sports cards is the coin, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. And this guy went on he was like, I wanted to see how hard it was to make these like AI videos.
Yes.
And so, you know, I figured out how to make them of myself. And he like uploaded a video of himself, you know, I don't know if it was a few hours of him talking or something. And all of a sudden the video switched to him. He'd been talking the whole video. All of a sudden it switched to like the same setting.
He talks about,
and at the bottom it says,
coins.
This is AI me. And it was like crazy. It was like you could
tell.
basically not tell. It was
wow.
Because I'd been watching him like his
Yeah.
actual video, and then all of a sudden it switched to him as AI, and I'm like, wow, man, this is getting really good. Like
that's intense.
I can barely tell, and I've seen you. I get triggered by AI videos all day, and it's
you know where it is.
I could barely tell.
Aren't they supposed to have like a little watermark on them or something? Like AI, isn't that
says? I mean, I don't think anyone's no one's
know.
watching that John AG's videos and being like, oh, this is the actual guy talking. It's like, you know, but it is really interesting, like who's putting out these videos and what's the aim of manipulating the market.
Dude,
I don't know if you remember like 10 years ago, it was like a term for it that like is basically lost now. That's like, it was called a deep fake.
Deep fake.
Like deep fakes like basically don't exist now. It's like just AI video guy, you know.
It's been now it's just called AI. So it's because it's so good. I mean, you got McDonald's cats, dude.
Yeah,
cute little cats with baby sounds making hamburgers.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
And so, dude,
But I remember how scared everyone was about deep fakes. It was like a
deep
Y2K
fake was
kind
no
of
the
scare
Y2K,
where we're like,
yes.
But we'll never know, and it's like interesting how it hasn't really come to that. But there's videos like literally where people are like,
freaking me out.
That's AI Trump. Like that's not his mouth talk. Like he's used AI for doing videos before. I'm not saying that like he's not there, dead or whatever, because I've seen videos of him after that where it's like obviously it's Trump, you know, talking or whatever. But there's definitely been videos that like was like his mouth, like they pause it.
It looks good,
and you'd be like, oh, his mouth is like, you know, that's
dude,
AI
it's
mouth.
frightening, man. It's frightening, and you know, I you know, it brings me into the next kind of thing that we're talking about. We want to talk about AI, like. There's a huge this is just like breaking news, and I'm not one to break much news. eBay scandal going on right now of some seller on eBay has been exposed as selling a lot of fake autographs with Beckett certs on them, millions of dollars, and it was exposed by
probably some like syndicate.
It's something in China, I guess, is my understanding. They didn't target
it's one person.
Well, no, it's a group, but they made. I mean, you can get anything made in China. Like you can. There's no IP like there's no copyright laws and that stuff. It's open source, right? So they made basically fake duplicate like Beckett stickers like that you would put on a piece of memorabilia, like a signed jersey with actual this is where the rub gets good, because they would get the actual cert number of that piece. So if you went and looked it up, it would show up, oh yeah, this is a Luka Doncic jersey, here's the number, and you type in the number, Luka Doncic jersey. But Beckett doesn't provide photos. That's the kicker. So you couldn't verify, like, that's a photo of my jersey. And so evidently it's coming out now that this seller, though, has been selling millions of memorabilia, but using but I mean, like, what is that telling us, though?
Right.
Like, dude, you can't trust nothing. Like, I've said this
So
for a
those
minute.
are out in the market now. Like,
Yeah,
those are,
100%.
There's no way to tell.
Well, there you go. If there's a dude who created a website, and of course it's got a paywall set up where you can check cert numbers and see if they've been faked or they've shown up like multiple times.
Yeah,
and,
or if they were sold by that.
right, sold by and he has a bunch of different sellers where they're proven to be fake, I guess. But yeah, they're getting these because it used to be there are holograms. Like they put a hologram on the back of the sports cards or on like slabs, and there's like a Beckett hologram where you couldn't duplicate that. Well, you can't maybe here in America, but dudes in China, like they're duplicating that. And not only are they doing that, but they're putting the cert numbers of correct item and then sticking it on a booty fake item and then selling it on eBay. And so a lot of people out there, if you bought some memorabilia off eBay in the last whatever year, maybe two, I'm not sure the exact dates, but I'm sure if you Google it, you can figure it out. But I would be sus of that. I would go and I would do my homework and see, like, is this actually real? And that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
That really sucks for people. I would be bummed.
Well, yeah. If you,
dude. Well, and there was some that came out when about, I think it was, I don't know, 3 to 6 months ago, there was a huge scandal that came out. This guy got raided by the FBI in some Midwestern state, and he actually killed himself as he was getting raided. And he wrote a manifesto, though, that $350 million of fake autographs were in circulation because of him, and he offs himself.
What?
Yeah, dude. It was a huge deal a couple months back. I'll show you some stuff on it, but totally wild. And it's like that. Then it was talked about for a couple weeks, and then it just kind of goes, in the hobby, like, well, on to the next thing, whatever. Wow. Just like Probstein is still operating on eBay every effing day, and we do nothing about it. Stuff like that, and things just go on.
So is there because those were sold through eBay, now that they've been proven to be fakes,
is eBay liable?
Yeah,
like maybe I don't know. That's a great question.
Is there an insurance
Yeah,
policies
you'd think. I mean, well, is eBay liable? I mean, like, because technically that's fake. That's selling counterfeit merchandise,
right, so
which is illegal.
Your money back.
You should be able to get your money back. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that, though, because it might be if it's over 2 years, you're probably SOL. But if you had just bought something, dude, I mean, if it's under 2 years, I would assume that, I don't know what the laws. I'm not a lawyer. I would be looking into it. If you bought any autograph stuff that has a Beckett cert in the last couple years that is, in-person autographs, especially jerseys, hats, football, soccer balls, anything like that. And I guess what was these guys were doing, and is my understanding, was they weren't going after like the big stuff, like not the Kobe's, which is very commonly, like I've heard statistics that like 85% of the Kobe autographs out there on material are fake. And also, another stat that just came out from PSA, which this is not very talked about. It was kind of like inserted. 1 in 4 Michael Jordan cards that are submitted, rookies, are fake. 25%. Wow. And which is wild to me. Like, sports cards are just fake. Like, dude, people are printing good fakes these days. Like, I mean, it's wild, man. But those cards from back then, they're easy to fake. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you'd go about, like getting the right card stock and all that stuff. That's pretty wild to me.
Or were they just like printing a bunch of extras of like the valuable cards?
I
back
mean,
then?
Michael Jordan fake cards are showing up on even now.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, last year that was the statistic. 1 in 4 is fake.
Wow.
That is getting sent to PSA, and they're denying them.
Huh.
But which is, I mean, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's a lot of freaking cards. I mean, Michael Jordan is one of the most graded card people, of all time. He's right up there with Pikachu, Squirtle. Actually, they've surpassed the most sports people, which is just, I mean, what are we?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so just, I got a problem with all this Pokemon. I do. I don't like it. I just.
There's a new season of One Piece dropped.
I don't give a flying.
I
could care less.
Like live action one. Or
Did you know? I saw a video too of they're
Maybe
doing
I'm wrong.
collabs now for One Piece where they're like going to sporting events and they'll give you like a One Piece card, I guess that's like a custom for that event. Like, and there was some guy at some college basketball game. They were buying them off of people because you got a free one with your ticket for $120 a pop.
Wow,
That's insane. Like some guy, and this guy had this video showing him doing it. I'm just like, you effing loser. Like, why are you doing it? I remember a few years back when they had the Pikachu card with, it was a Van Gogh painting. And I remember seeing those and being like, man, I bet that's going to be worth a lot of money. It is now. Yeah. I don't know the exact, I think they're going for, but that was just a couple years. And I remember being like, that's kind of cool. Like, and I almost was like, man, I should go buy one of those. Cause they were like $100. I think they're a lot of money now, but I'm not going to buy a damn Pokemon.
Yeah, don't support
I'm not. No, I will not. I will not, and I don't support the lifestyle. If you're gonna collect cards, collect men. Okay, men on cards, or if you really want to go for women, fine. Men or women dressed scantily clad on cards that are ripped, that are athletes. Get men, not monsters.
With sweaty pieces of the jersey cut out and stuck framed inside.
You're damn right. You're damn. Yes. Be a man. Be an adult.
Yeah.
Be a man. Collect men. That's it. Like, what is the deal?
I like comic books.
Comic books, okay.
Comic cards, man. I
love comic cards.
So
I think they're
into comic cards.
I think they're great, dude. Those old Marvel ones. I've got a ton of those.
You
want
to see my comic cards right now? Can we do that on the show?
Are you gonna do like a reveal?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Do it.
Hold on.
Yep.
These are my like money cards. These are my special ones.
Okay. Oh, these are like nice ones.
Yeah.
These are like the more modern ones, though. See, I'm talking about. I'll have to bring mine in and show you what I'm talking about. The old. These are like, wow. These are all sparkly and stuff.
Yeah, man. I got the.
That's the ones. So I
Yeah.
have the old ones. Yeah, from the 90,
the
the 91.
Remember the DC
I have the
ones?
Marvel ones
I got
and
Shazam.
DC.
Check it out. I got Wonder Woman. Shazam.
Oh, you got Wonder Woman. What is? Well, these are neat.
These are old.
These are neat. You can see all these. Look
Yeah.
Hey, oh, look at that. He's doing a funny thing. Are these valuable? I don't even know. Are these neat? Do people like them?
These actually,
they're valuable to
I think
you,
some
right?
Of these are more valuable. These Wonder Womans.
These are valuable to you, though. You like them. What year are these ones? I don't know.
Those are like 92s. What is that?
Where are my spectacles?
94 Fleer Ultra.
Where are my spectacles?
Man, I used to love this card. These
So
just me.
These are 94s. Okay, so I got some 91. I got the original first run of Marvel's cards. I've got a ton of them.
Yo.
Yeah,
These-
that's
this
the
is
one.
them.
No, I got no. So I've got them all. Mine are all in top loaders
I
and
know,
protected.
mine aren't.
I kept them in very good
Dude,
condition.
that's all I want. That
I'll bring them into.
I'll
No,
buy
I got a
them.
huge box of them.
Really?
I got the whole set, everything, dude. I
Oh,
collected.
dude.
No, they're
even the
they're
hologram.
awesome.
Do you have the holograms from
I've
it?
got everything. I've got it, dude. I'll bring them in next week. I'll
Okay.
show you. Unless you want to make a deal off.
These
screen.
ones were so nice. These dude, the artwork
See,
on
those are
these
six.
were
I got the old ones though, like that Doc Ock you just showed. Like that's the ones I've got.
This was
these are really
90
more modern though.
this
These
was-
are like, look how modern these are.
Yeah, these were the 92 Marvel masterpieces.
Those are cool, man.
Dude, like
those are
Sankiewicz did
neat.
some of the art on them.
Oh yeah, no,
these
I
are
like it.
great.
Look at this acetate card. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, I got
those-
love
those
for
cool.
that.
I like
Look at that
guy.
acetate. That is popping off, man. I can't believe. Wow, these are
So
neat.
Iron Man.
I
Look
like
at this.
these.
These ones had the best. The 93 Marvel masterpieces.
I like
had the
it.
best art.
I
out of
like
any
it. I like
series.
it. No, these are good. I like them. I like them. So does that bring us into how long have we been on?
Yeah, show me yours now.
Okay,
I
we've
showed
been on
you
for
mine,
about an hour.
I showed you
so,
mine. You showed me yours.
we're gonna do. So I got a couple PSA orders in last week. The problem is between last week and now has been a week, and I've sold quite a few of them. But this is the stuff I've got here. Is kind of a lot of it is the stuff that I'm keeping for me, and I'll show you some of those because I like. Yeah,
Oh, like you don't want to tease our
No.
listeners?
I'll show them off, but I'm not selling a lot of these. At least not right now. I have to fondle the cards for a while. Anyone that buys cards from me knows that like I don't. There's a lot of stuff that I can't just let go of it right away. I have to keep it for a little while because I like it. You know what I mean? I just like it. I love the cards, and that's my biggest downfall with the business. Is that but yeah, so here's some of the stuff. I had some orders come back. There's quite a few in here, so you can kind of see, but this is just some of the stuff here. This is some of like nice Khalil Ware there. He's a rookie for the Heat. Now he's in his second year, but those are flawless. These are all pretty much so people, there's this
It's a 9.
Yeah, that's a nice card. There's this huge like train of thought out there where people say you don't grade thick cards with PSA. You send them to Beckett because Beckett gives you better grades on thick cards.
You got 9s on these.
Just wait, partner. But I don't believe that.
Ooh.
I've never sent a card to Beckett. Oh, that's not true. When I first started grading, I sent a bunch of stuff to Beckett. Yeah, these are pretty amazing.
10.
Getting 10s on these is out of control, and I'm really happy with this. And see, that's the kind of predicament I'm left in right now with PSA. I just had some of my best orders come back, all thick, flawless cards with patches
25.
everywhere, like
Ooh,
lots of
quad
10s.
patches,
Yeah, like just
10s.
awesome stuff, man. I love these cards.
Is this a numbered one? Or
And
no?
Yeah, they're all numbered. Every flawless card is numbered to only 25 or less.
But this one doesn't. Oh, it says it right in the
Yep,
middle. It's kinda
yep.
hard to
Everyone
see.
is numbered to 25 or less, and these are all 10s.
If you get like a 1 of 25, is that worth more than like a
Yes.
7 of 25?
Yes,
or
often
whatever?
to some people,
This one's a 7 of
or the
25.
jersey match of people. So that card has 4 players on it, so it's kind of hard
That
to
one.
do a jersey match.
Yeah.
Or 3 players. When you have if you take a look at this card.
What do you mean a jersey
So I'm
match?
going to show you. So see this card, and this might clear this up for people because people might not know this. So see this card, it's numbered to 99, right?
Yeah,
What number is it of 99?
92.
Okay, so his jersey number is number 9, right? So if it was number 9 of 99, it would have some extra value to me. To some people, it does. Usually
Got it.
anywhere from
Yeah.
10 to 30% sometimes. But
Wow.
like people will pay more money for jersey matches. I know I do. I like jersey matches. I love jersey matches. I think they're really neat because, it's one out of whatever. What sucks is there's a lot of guys with the 0 number. Like, on the team, like they have a 0, so then they never have jersey matches.
Right.
But I used to collect jersey matches. I still do, like where it's, I just keep them to myself and I don't sell them. This is probably, though, there's, lots of great cards here, lots of 9s and 10s. I did great with this order, and that's what hurts right now is because I'm at a real stride right now with my grading. And, doing better than ever. And now PSA, jacks their prices up and does this to me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, now I'm going other places, but this is one of my favorites of the whole batch because of this right here, Logo Man, which is usually, but this is, they did this on like a few of the numbered, but it's like, it's not the 1 of 1 Logo Man, which is worth like $50,000 probably, but it's still pretty cool that you've got that on there. You know what I mean? From Devin Booker here on this card. But yeah, just, here's some of the stuff. Really nice Wembanyama flawless cards, lots of 10s, lots of good stuff here, but just, I wanted to share some of these cause I really like these cards. Man, I can't imagine that these are all Panini cards. These, they're not making them anymore, or licensed, I should say. They do have unlicensed stuff coming out next month. For NBA, they're making WNBA still licensed WNBA. If I believe those young ladies are still in a contract negotiation right now. If it was to start today, they would not be playing unless that has been broken up. But the last I had heard, they were still like at a deadlock with their contracts, so they would be going on strike.
What's up with these metal?
That's just awesome. That's Noir, which really hard to grade. Usually,
Is the card metal?
It's got metal around it. It's heavy. Like you notice that? Yeah. It's a series of cards they do. Noir is awesome.
So you can't really get bent corners on this, but
they still give you really bad grades on them. Like I usually that's a 9, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's unheard of. Like I've
Anthony
only gotten
Black.
like 2 9s in my life on those.
And sometimes these like stamped numbers of 25 are really hard to see on the cards. Like,
yes, they are.
They put them in weird places.
They can be.
Like,
well, and people too. Like I've seen this. I don't see it with a lot of my stuff, but I've seen it before. Is like the numbers. When people clean the cards, they'll clean them and stuff, and they'll wipe the numbers down like really bad.
this one's weird. It's like the piece of fabric has like a stain on it or something. It's got like you see that?
No, but
like that little like white spot like on it.
Oh, you're right. This is stained.
But it also, look at the bottom, how it's cut. You see that? How there's like a little jagged thing on the frame around it.
Oh, so that's probably why it got an 8.
Yeah.
Because of that.
But that sucks because that's like in the cards manufacturing.
It doesn't matter.
Like
that's why a 10 is so.
Right,
that's why a 10 is so prestigious.
That makes sense.
There's a ton of things. The centering. And then the thickness of these. Like when Panini is notorious for when you get. Like 1-in-1, which is the brand of this.
Yeah.
The cards both come in one-touch magnetic holders. You get 2 cards in a box for like $1,200, and the cards. And when they put them in those one-touches, they clamp the corners, and like they'll have indentations on them, and yeah, it happens. It happens. I was kind of Topps, definitely. I'm not buying any. Not stoked about it. But they just came out with Topps 3, and I watched a couple breaks of it. And man, talk about just the bare bones, dude. These boxes are 4 cards. 4 cards for $2,000, and they're nice looking cards, nice patches, nice all that stuff. But man, dude, it is hard to hit with Topps. I don't know what it is, or all the boxes are only going to their chosen ones breakers.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. But man, I watched a couple breaks actually and was just like very underwhelmed by what came out of those boxes. Just as far as the cards look good, but the players, they sucked. But yeah, this is kind of what we got this week. I'm going to be sending the cards to C3. I know I've said I'm going to do it now. It's been going on for a week. I've just been, like I said, full disclosure, it's tough. Anything else? People need to start paying money for other slabs and real money rather than just PSA, it's not like these other companies aren't, like good companies, I should say. I know there's some junk ones out there here and there, but I mean, if it's a good, do some homework on these companies. I did some research on C3. I liked what they had to say. I liked their mantra. I liked their expertise. We'll give it a shot, and check out some other companies because I don't know until PSA figures out. And I wish that I come on this next episode and be like, you know what? They lowered their prices. They ironed things out. We're all gravy, baby. I don't foresee that happening anytime soon.
What's up with the numbers on the card? Like where it says like number 21, or is that like just for check and marking like the series? Like,
Yeah, but a lot of them, if you notice, they don't have numbers. They'll have like
have
FP, A, G, F.
Yeah, that's like a special side thing.
It's a special series of card or whatever. But
like this says number 1.
Yeah. So he was the first card in this series because he's like one of the top players. Oftentimes in the past, like the number 1 player would have that number 1 slot, and then it kind of, I don't know though, that I don't think that's a steadfast rule, but he's one of the top guys in the NBA that has a diamond in it actually. Mm-hmm. If you look, real diamond, real cubic zirconia,
blang.
Yep. So I don't know. You got anything else for today?
I don't, man. Thanks for showing me your.
Yes, and thank you. Likewise, We've got some other cool interviews coming up, some good stuff. I'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure you like the video, please, if you do enjoy it. Like the video, follow, tell us your friends. We just I want to say thank you to everybody because we're a grassroots organization. We're here for you. I want to hear from you what you got. Let me know. But we just hit over 300 subscribers. And, dude, that means a lot to me because that shows me that we're doing something right.
Yeah.
We do care. We're trying to do something different than the rest of this stuff that's out there. I hope that you're entertained. I want to hear from people. Message me. At the end of every video, we drop, it shows all the socials, all that stuff. Dude, message me. I'm out here. My boy, we're doing this. We're not going anywhere.
Doing it well.
Okay, LL. Nice move. But, we're out here. Thank you for all the support thus far. We got the stickers going out. In fact, I sent out the cards to our winner. Still nobody got at me about the coin. That's fine.
Space Jam coin.
But the other one, you know what? From the last episode when we talked about the sparkle packs that I ripped and then gave away the cards, right away.
Nice.
Right away, somebody was on that. So I'm sorry that wasn't as good as the Space Jam coin wasn't good enough. But that's fine. You know what? At some point, we're going to